looks like some bad things happen there because this is a pretty bloodthirsty presentation here. And finally, 35. Never thought we'd get to it. Let the wilderness and dry lands exalt, the wasteland bloom. Be strength in all weary hands, courage, do not be afraid. Now this is, themes will be picked up in Isaiah 40. It looks like it's maybe, I don't know if this is really part of the one or part of the other. Water gushes in the desert, that's going to be in the 40 material. About making a highway in the desert and water springing up through. So. And a highway undefiled, I also think that this water in the desert has to do with going out in the wilderness ideology later on that they picked out of here. We call the sacred way, line 8. And then finally, the Zionist end. They will come to Zion shouting for joy, everlasting joy on their faces, joy and gladness will go with them, and sorrow and lament no more. And I think there's a psalm that says that too. I think one of the psalms has those exact words. They will come to Zion with joy on their face. I don't have it in front of me, but I don't have it. Do you have a footnote about that? Anyone about a psalm?
I have a couple of psalms.
Huh?
Psalm 4 and Psalm 51. So I don't know which one it is.
Psalm 4. Psalm 4 what?
4:7.
And Psalm what?
51:3.
All right, let's just take a quick look. You look at 4, I'll look at 51. 51:3. Maybe it isn't. Those don't ring a bell in my brain, but let's see. I don't see anything here in 51. Let's see. No, I don't see anything there, but with any joy on their faces stuff. No, I think it's later on. I think it's one of these psalms that they use in the New Testament for lots of things. But anyway, can't find it at the moment. Okay, then this narrative material about Hezekiah's arguments with Isaiah and how he finally sort of, you know, first as he imprisons Isaiah for causing him trouble. So Hezekiah and Isaiah are contemporaries, and Hezekiah is the king that saves Jerusalem. I'd love someone to read some of it. I'm too tired to read it to you. Let's see. This is real. I think this is a 36 here is pretty straight history, and I think it's probably very accurate. Sometimes it's very accurate stuff here. They know the names of the cupbearers and the people in the court. Yeah, the Akim Shebni.
Sorry, it's 126.
Ah, 126. That sounds more like it. 126. Where did you get those other numbers from?
They were in footnotes up higher. They both refer to the same verse, so I don't know. But the 126 is
yeah, that's still not the one I'm looking for. Where they come to Zion and joy on their faces. There's another one. But yeah, the Psalms are very Zionistic. There's no doubt of that. But I know there's another one here which actually has that actual image in it. It's a psalm very popular in Christian usage. And I can't find it here. And that's the interesting thing. I think it's where no bone of his body will be broken. Talking about Jesus is on the cross. And then at the end it's totally Zionistic, so it doesn't make any sense that you could have an anti-Palestinian people and a pro one in the same psalm. So I can't find it now. But let's see. Well, here's one here, for instance. 69 is a favorite one here. The camp will be reduced to ruins. That's in the book of Acts. But then at the end, for God will save Zion and rebuild the towns of Judah. They will be lived in, handed down to his servants' descendants, and lived in by those who love his name. So, the same breath is one, and then the other is pro-Zion. Anyway, so these conversations between Hezekiah and the prophet shows that the prophet had entrance into the high circles. And, you know, they didn't kill the prophets. whatever some people like to say. These problems are not greeted with happiness, but they are consulted and they are to some extent respected. Anywhere here is line 31 of chapter 37. The surviving remnant of the house of Judah shall bring forth new roots, for a remnant shall go out from Jerusalem. So more remnant material here. For mine own sake, line 35, and for the sake of my servant David. So David really gets a lot of promotion. Okay, quickly before you go, I'll give you 5 more minutes here. Look at the beginning of chapter 40, which we'll pick up next time. Console my people. Console them, saith your God. Speak to the heart of Jerusalem. Call to her that her time of service is ended, that her sin is atoned for. Here's that we get that idea that they sin, that she has received from the hand of Yahweh double punishment for her crimes. And then the famous passage for John the Baptist. Behold, a voice cries, prepare in the wilderness a way for the Lord. Make a straight highway for our God. We heard that previously about the highways in the desert. Across the desert. Let every valley be filled in, and every mountain hill be laid low, let every cliff become a plain, the ridges of the valley. For the mouth of the Lord hath spoken it. A voice cries, cry, what should I cry? All flesh is grass, but the grass withers. If you ever read Walt Whitman, Leaves of Grass, he's taken it all from those kind of passages. That's his title. In any case, here we have an image of the mountains being laid low, of the wilderness being, the valleys being laid in. Go up on the high mountain and messengers. Joyful messenger Zion, shout with a loud voice. Joyful messenger to Jerusalem. Say to the towns of Judah, here cometh your God. Here is the Lord coming with power, subduing all things before him. So now we're going to try to discover, what is this about? What is going on here? And as you read through here, up to 45, you'll be able to, I think, see, maybe I'm wrong. You'll tell me if I'm wrong next time. I think you'll be able to see that what they're talking about is making the return easy, laying down the valleys, putting water in the wilderness so that the returnees can have a good way home. Look, line 18 of chapter 41. I will make rivers well up in the barren areas and fountains in the midst of valleys. I will put cedar trees and so on. And the thing is that he is making the way, and the way is going to be compared, if you can read through all of this, in chapter 43 with the parting of the Red Sea. And that what the Lord did for Moses back then, like 43:2 here for him. Look, Jacob's small might, do not be afraid, and so on. And about bringing them back in line 36. I made a way through the sea, a path in the great waters. We put chariots and, no, line 16, I'm sorry, 43:16. We put chariots and horses in the field with a powerful army. But look, don't think of that. Don't recall the past. No need to think about what was done then. Look, I'm going to do a new thing. This prophet is so great, the second part of Isaiah, that it's mind-boggling. Even now it comes to light. Can't you see it? I'm making a way in the wilderness, paths in the wilds. I'm putting water in the wilderness to give my chosen people to drink, and so on and so forth. And the whole point is that he's going to bring them home on these paths from Babylon. But you'll see for yourself if that isn't right. See you next time. And basically, next time we'll finish Isaiah in the first part. We'll be doing Ezekiel in the second part. You know, we don't have a lot of work left to do in this class. But we'll talk next time what we want to do.